everybody. I hope that you are well and also that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 4 English lesson on usage areas. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts, grade 4, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of usage errors. All right, so we said our chapter is usage errors. Our subject is English Language Arts, grade 4, and the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of usage errors is to correct errors with signs. All right, so usage errors, right? Or basically what usage errors are. I'm going to type it. So we can say that usage errors, it is basically things that are faulty, or let's say are faulty, or basically it is unconventional messages. Let's put it like that. Or say signs, right? And when it comes to usage errors, right? Usage errors and or basically the usage errors, which is basically the faulty or unconventional signs, we can say they can occur either in writing, so they can occur either in writing or other areas, right? Such as signs, or let's say writing or signs. It can be signs on the wall, signs on the board, signs that you basically see like in the streets at the when you get to the traffic lights. Those are all of the signs that you will see. But the signs that you see, especially the signs that you notice or the signs that you already know of, you will be able to see the what the usage errors are within those signs. And if we look at examples of usage errors, so examples of usage errors, right, especially in writing, it includes maybe missing numbers, missing words, missing letters. So it's basically us misusing or missing a word with a meaning that is similar to that of more, or so example of usage areas include we would say include misusing, right, a word with a meaning that is the similar to that of a more appropriate term, right? And usually the most appropriate terms would be like your homophones or your idioms, right? Or basically just words that you'll see on specific signs, right? It is mistakes, it is lapses, it is things that they maybe didn't add, things that, or let's say words that has been misused or misspelled, right? That is basically usage errors. And we said that our lesson will be where we are correcting usage errors on signs or with signs, which means that we will errors on signs or with sign errors on those signs or with the signs. All right. So once again, we said we have usage errors, and we said that usage errors, it is basically errors or faulty or unconventional signs, and these usage errors they occur in either writing or within signs, right? It's basically saying as it's almost like grammatical errors that you will find on these specific signs or on boards, right? And we say that words, especially when it comes to, let's say, usage errors, and usage errors are more commonly areas, right? Or let's say errors that can be, it can be where we misspell a certain word or misspelling of an inflected ending of a word, certain words that are not added, or certain, let's say, letters that is not added within a specific word. Um, Grammatical errors like no grammatical checker, right? So we are basically going to find the specific words that needs or with the grammatical errors, and we are going to be fixing the grammatical errors as well as the misspelling of certain words. And if we look at maybe a few common, let's say, errors of certain words, right? Then it can even be if we were to look at specific sentences of errors where words have been misspelled or used wrongly. And then we can say it is instead of saying let's say it's like somebody saying, I know him good, right? So this is basically incorrect because we don't say I know him good, but you must say that I know him well, right? So we don't say I know him good, but we say I know him well because that is how we should actually say it. Not I know him good, but I know him well. All right, so now let's go to A plus students.ca. We said our chapter is usage errors and the subject is, well, let's say the lesson is to correct errors with science. All right, so we are correcting errors with science. So by looking at the specific sign, right, it says Eastwood Dairy Food Company, right? So which means that this is maybe a specific sign of a dairy company or food company, right? It's like they're advertising the company. And they're saying now available in 7 countries. So if we look at that specific sign, right? Look at the wording of the sign. What do you think, or what word can you identify within that sign that is incorrect? What error do you pick up when you look at that specific sign? All right, so if we look at that specific sign, right, it says Eastwood Dairy Food Company, because CO is basically company for short, and it is now available in 7 countries. And if we were to correct the one error, we would correct this error of countries, right? Which means that countries, remember if it is plural, making mention of more than one countries, and then we write it like this. IES. So it's one country with the RY, but more than one countries with IES, right? And that is how we have just corrected our one error within that sentence. So now available in 7 countries. So we use this word countries. All right, look at this one also. It says all batteries are on sale. So all batteries are on sale. Can you identify and correct the one error? The one error. Correct the one error. We have a battery and it says all batteries are on sale. All right, and if we were to choose our correct error, right? Or let's say to fix the error that we see, let's say on this page, right? Then we would say it is batteries, right? Because one battery, and we add the y at the end. But if we're referring to more than one battery, right? And then we write it batteries. So then we say batteries. So all batteries are on sale, meaning all batteries, batteries. Batteries are on sale. All right, let's go on to the next one. It says, please use the change machine if you need quarters. And let's see if we see any errors within that signs. Yes, batteries is correct. Well done. Get the next one. Please use the change machine if you need quarters. So which one is correct? Which one do we need to fix the error of? All right, and if we were to choose the correct error, or if we were to choose a word that we had to correct an error of, then we will choose this word, quarters, right? So please use the change machine if you need quarters, right? And if we were to respell or to spell that word again, we would say it is quarters. Yes, so which means that if we were to choose, oopsie, so if we were to choose the correct one, we would choose that one, and it would be quarters. T-E-R-S, quarters. So please, and we said quarters is correct. All right, so now let's go to our test where we're going to correct the errors with signs. All right, so we need to choose the one error on this, like an advertisement says bake sale, help us buy an new basketball hoop. All right, so this is help us buy an new basketball hoop. We need to correct the errors with signs. All right, and if we were to choose the correct one, then yes, we can say help us buy an new basketball hoop or a new basketball hoop. So we need to correct the errors. So we're buying a basketball hoop. So well done. Option two is correct. Correct one error. It says outdoors close at 11. All right. So if we look at this one, right, it says our doors close at 11, right? So look at when we have an apostrophe, right, in an apostrophe, it usually shows position, or our apostrophe shows when something either belongs to someone or it belongs to you, right? So if we say our doors close, right, then it means that it is not just any door, but it is doors, right? So if we were to choose the correct one, we would go with option two, Yibo. And option two is correct. All right. The next one says, please try to ride the moose. Please don't try to ride the moose. How are we going to correct that error? Please don't try to ride the moose. Is it option one or option two? Where do you see the error needs to be? Like where or what specifically do we have to fix? Is it option one, please don't try to ride the moose? Or option two? Look at option one and option two. There is by don't we have the wordings are different. So which one is correct? Option one or option two? Please don't try to ride the moose. All right, and if we were to choose the correct one, we will choose option two because option two has an apostrophe by don't, right? So unless we said please do not try to ride the moose, right? But we basically put those two words together so we can say please don't try to ride the moose. So we add our apostrophe over there. So don't, which is option two. No problem. All right, let's look at the next one. It says these are they are woods. Please don't litter. So these are we're supposed to say they woods. Please don't litter. How are we going to correct that error? Do we say option one, which are these are their woods, or option two, these are they, which is we get the word there and there. We need to choose the correct one. There between there and there. So these are, we're supposed to say these are their hoods. All right, so we can then say these are they, which is option two. And you see the difference between there and there? The first one is they are, but this one is they, which means it belongs to them. All right, so forks and spoons go in this box. We need to choose the one error. Forks and spoons go in this box. How do we write the word forks? Do we write forks like that? ES, option one, or option two, forks? Which one is correct? All right, so if we choose the correct one, then we would say option two, which is forks and spoons go in that box, which means that forks is written Forks, not Forkes. Right, so that one is correct. All right, the next one says some animals can't be tamed. Some animals can't be tamed. Look at the words. It says some animals can't be and tamed. We need to correct one error on that sign. Is it option one or option two? Look at the wording on both option one and two. So some animals can't be tamed. And if we were to choose the correct error, right, that one specific error, and then it will be can't, which is option two. Because if we look at how can't is spelled, remember we said with can't, our apostrophe needs to be between the N and the T for can't. All right, so well done. Option two or number two is correct. All right, the next one says crab claws are today's special. Alice crab hat. Correct. Or let's say we need to correct the one error by choosing the correct sign. Is it option one, crab claws are today's special? Or option two, crab claws are today's special? Look at the specific wording and then you're going to have to correct the error. All right, and if we were to choose the correct or to correct our one error, right? Then it says crab claws are today's special, which means that the word that we are going to correct is claws, right? Which means that we are going with option two because claws, if we don't write it the way it is written on the sign, but we remove the E and we just write it as CLAWS for claws. Right, so option two or number two is correct. So well done. All right, the next one says you need to be caution, meaning beware, right? That the stairs can be icy. Do we write which one is correct? It says stairs can be icy. Do we write stairs like that? Which option is correct? Stairs can be icy. Option one or option two? We need to choose the correct sign and fix the one error on that one specific sign. All right, so if we were to choose our correct option by correcting the errors or correcting errors with signs, right? And then we would say that the word stairs is incorrect, right, on that specific sign. Because we do not add the E and we have to add an I between the let's say between the A and the R. So it will be Stairs, right? So stairs, which is option two or number two, can be icy. So well done. Option two is correct. Please don't disturb the camels. Thank you. Please don't disturb the camels. Thank you. We need to choose the correct error. So correct the one error. Look for our error. Which word on that sign, like a notice sign, needs to be corrected? So look at option one and look at option two, and then we need to say which one is correct. So we need to correct a specific word and then write the correct answer. All right, so we need to correct the one error on the sign, there's no the sign. And if we were to choose to correct this one error, then yes, we will choose option two or number two, right? Because don't rewrite with an apostrophe that needs to come between the N and the T. It's like a contraction that shows the shorten of two words for do and not, but we put it together and it becomes don't disturb the camels. Thank you. All right, let's do the last one and then we are done. Call the front desk if you need any fresh towels. So call the front desk if you need a fresh towel and fresh towel. So do we say it's an fresh towel in option one or a fresh towel in option two? Do we say an fresh towel in option one or a fresh towel in option two? It seems like all of our answers are option two, or all of our answers is just number two. All right, so option two is correct. All right. All right, so that is now the end of our lesson on usage errors. We said usage errors are basically words or signs that has got either errors or it has faults or unconventional signs, and they can occur in writing of signs or writing or signs, right? And when it comes to examples of usage errors, it includes misusing of words with a meaning similar to that or more of an appropriate term. So it's either you're misspelling a word or the grammar of that word is incorrect. All right, so this is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade 4, for joining the class. You should have a good weekend further and a good vacation. Goodbye.